Grande Cafe Mocha for Artyom.
Right, let's get started. Starbucks was founded in 1971 by three academics who met while they were students at the University of San Francisco. English teacher Jerry Baldwin, history teacher Zev Siegel, and writer Gordon Bowker, who opened a store called Starbucks Coffee, Tea and Spice in the touristy Pikes Place Market in Seattle. The company took the name of the chief mate in Herman Mills' Moby Dick, Starbuck, with the logo also inspired by the sea, the first version featuring a bare-breasted, twin-tailed siren. The three partners had two things in common. They were all coming from academia, and they all shared a love of fine coffees and exotic teas, and believed they could build a clientele around that. They were inspired by coffee roaster Alfred Peet, after he taught them his style of roasting beans, and who was their first supplier of green beans before sourcing their own. In its first years, Starbucks looked nothing like the espresso bar serving food and beverages that now bear its name. Essentially, it was a retail store that sold bulk coffee beans, tea, and spices. That, along with a selection of coffee makers, grinders, and teapots, for about a decade, that was it. In 1982, a man called Howard Schultz joined Starbucks as Director of Retail Operations and Marketing. The following year, while on his travels to Italy, he was impressed with the popularity of espresso bars in Milan. He sees the potential to develop a similar coffeehouse culture in Seattle. In 1985, after not seeing eye to eye with the founders of Starbucks, Schultz founds Il Giornale, offering brewed coffee and espresso beverages made from Starbucks coffee beans. 1987 saw the birth of modern Starbucks. Il Giornale acquired the assets of Starbucks with the backing of local investors and changed its name to the Starbucks Corporation, and immediately started with expansion. The reason for the sale of Starbucks was that Bowker and Baldwin, Siegel, who had already sold his shares in 1980, had gone heavily in debt due to their decision to buy their inspiration for starting Starbucks, Pete's Place. A defining moment in the course of the company was applying a zoom-in pivot, focusing on selling beverages quickly and efficiently. The rapid growth was also due to the popularity of Starbucks developing their own unique blended beverages, such as the Frappuccino in 1995, and selling ready-to-drink Frappuccinos, with Pepsi Cola distributing them. Many of the acquisitions made by Starbucks throughout the last 2 decades have been channel pivots in sales and distribution in order to adjust its competitive position. In 2000, Schultz publicly announced that he was resigning as the CEO of Starbucks, but returned to the position in 2008. But who is this Howard Schultz, and how did he save Starbucks again? In his absence, Starbucks had seen tremendous growth but grew complacent. They had lost their soul, not staying true to the company's initial goal of helping people enjoy coffee. None of this was coincidental. With the 2008 recession, Howard Schultz had to make some cuts, shedding 6,700 employees and closing 300 stores, which were open for 3 years or less. Along with improving product quality and service, he adopted a lean approach from his employees, who they referred to as partners. This started with simple tasks which allowed free rein to improve efficiency and solve problems which became corporate policy. He also made numerous technological pivots. He invested in new Clover brewing systems, as the old coffee machines had prohibited the baristas from making contact with the customers they are catering for, offering their partners full health benefits and becoming the first privately owned US company to offer stock options, even for part-time employees. Schultz valued that happy employees would transmit happier customer experience in their stores. He even closed all Starbucks stores to train baristas how to brew better coffee. Along with changing all the sales systems to computers, and in 2009 launching the My Starbucks Rewards loyalty program and Starbucks card mobile payments. Both gave Starbucks a direct, real-time personalized, two-way digital relationship with its customers. This allowed Starbucks to get ahead of their competitors, as anyone could brew coffee in their stores now, Schultz noted. Starbucks stayed winning through open innovation, fair trade, and sustainability, as in 2015 they reached a milestone of 99% ethically sourced coffee. In late 2016, Schultz once again announced that he was stepping down as CEO. The company, valued at $30 billion, boasts over 27,000 Starbucks stores in 75 countries, with over 300,000 employees and over 87,000 beverage combinations. It is actively expanding. As Schultz once put it, for him, enough is never enough. We aren't in the coffee business serving people. We are in the people business serving coffee, Howard Schultz said, emphasizing that Starbucks represents something beyond a cup of coffee, offering an experience, a third place between home and work that is not simply transactional. Starbucks coffee houses proliferated by believing in their product while supporting the experience in the local store as the primary platform. A comfortable, social gathering place to enjoy coffee and good company, where baristas set the tone by providing friendly, informative service that strengthens the customer's experience. This is clearly evident in the mission statement: to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Today, no one company sells more coffee drinks to more people in more places than Starbucks.